Hey everybody, call me Felix, and in this video, we're in the quaint seaside town of Currimao in the northwestern province of Ilocos Norte in the Philippines. And we're here specifically for another night market pop-up, showcasing the province's most exciting street food stalls and well-established restaurants. In fact, one of our good friends, Chris, at Smoke Restaurant by Poway, even had a stall at the Currimao night market. He makes a surprise appearance, which I happen to call a dreamlike appearance later in this video. With over 30 food stalls to choose from, we had to prioritize our grazing. The trendy item I wanted to cover was a humble American comfort food snack that has taken on new life in the Philippines, the corn dog. With the Hallyu phenomenon in full swing in this country, it's no small wonder that Korean corn dogs have become ever so popular. We try Korean corn dogs studded in fried potatoes, stuffed with super stretchy mozzarella cheese, and the mini corn dogs in a variety of flavors. Stylish and gawk-worthy as the Korean corn dogs are, we stumbled upon a stall making corn dogs the good old-fashioned American way, with a lush cornmeal batter and an interesting take on a marinara sauce-based mozzarella cheese corn dog. Which corn dog recipe reigns supreme? And along the way of this corn dog battle, we meet a familiar face like out of a dream. Keep watching for that. We sampled more food, and quite a variety of it too, ranging from La Paz-style batchoy soup and shumai to Korean fried chicken and even samgyupsal on a plate to even sit-down restaurant quality food from garlicky beef salpicao, pork tender, barbecue baby back ribs, and mouth-watering and buttery beef lengua with mushroom gravy. I even found a stall making churros in the Spanish style, but always California dreaming, I was hoping for a Proustian moment of reliving Disneyland days. And speaking of reliving old days, I would be remiss if I didn't share some history of the town and venue the night market temporarily sat on, Currimao and a lot of the Tabacalera ruins respectively. If you look at the mission statement of this channel, I do promise a history lesson every now and then, but if you want to dive right into the street food, fast forward a few more minutes. Currimao seems like a sleepy, nondescript seaside town that not too many tourists outside of the province know about, and indeed you can find locals making a day trip by the beach. But Currimao has a fascinating history of its own. In Spanish colonial times, Currimao was a key trading outpost that was often prowled upon by Moro pirates. And in fact, the etymology of the town name is a portmanteau of or mashup of the Spanish word correr, or to run, and kumao, an archaic Ilocano word for pirate. Often the cry of correr kumao was uttered whenever pirate ships were spotted, and hence the present town name Currimao. This part of the country up and down the Ilocano coastline was studded with Spanish colonial era watchtowers. Many of them decayed to ruins, and sadly, Currimao's has crumbled with time. Another artifact of that bygone Spanish era in Currimao that still stands under threat of decay and neglect is a tobacco storehouse, simply known as the Tabacalera, which one would be forgiven into thinking was the glorious ruin of an earthquake Baroque church, and the building certainly imparts such majesty. Built in 1869, La Compañía General de Tabacos de Filipinas, the Tabacalera was the largest tobacco storehouse of its kind in Ilocos Norte, and it was the main storehouse by the company that sought to wrest monopoly control from the Spanish colonial government. Trading was common between Currimao and nearby towns such as Poway and Batac, beyond provincial lines in Ilocos Sur, and even further north in the seaside town of Apari in Cagayan Valley. Today, only the walls remain, with a recently paved concrete floor on what was the interior of the Tabacalera. Peering at the ruins at night while supping on street food felt literally eerie. Eerie in the sense of what was here, standing as the gateway between the night market and the parking lot, while the floodlights below emanating a sickly faint green glow, the likes you see in, let's say, Minas Morgul. It just so happened that our night at the Mercato pop-up coincided with Currimao's town fiesta celebration, punctuated by the fluvial parade along the adjacent seawall of what was once an active wharf during colonial times. This kind of dreamy, carnivalesque atmosphere would have been more complete with funnel cakes, the quintessential American carnival snack, but we just had to settle for corn dogs, and that's what we did to start our night, which felt indeed like living inside a dream. Makes me wonder as to who the dreamer is, though. Oh, and there's mouth swearing in this dream sequence so that you know. Okay everyone, the first stall of the night. I don't understand this whole corn dog like phenomenon thing that's sweeping up Ilocos, but you know what? I'm gonna try one here. The Urban Corn Dog Company. Hey, I want a corn dog, guys. What do you want a corn dog?
What kind of corn dog would you like, sir?
What the? Dude, you look so familiar. You look like my cousin JP.
Oh.
You know that? You ever watch my blog, man?
Handsome guy.
I said, you ever watch my blog?
Mask on.
Hey, look. You ever watch my blog, man? You look just like my cousin JP.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, my assistant is back here too. What is this? This is like one of the weirdest dreams to be in right now. We're at a night market, and you guys have...
cousin, sir. What's your name?
And you know what? And you guys have your... Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, that's what JP stands for. Jacques. J stands for that. So I feel like we have in a different dream universe in which JP owns a corn dog stall. But except that this is this universe. So this is real life.
Cornolio.
My goodness, Chris is here in this weird dream. I feel like I'm living the weirdest dream right now. Indeed we are. So JP has been having this corn dog stall for, I don't know. Legend has it, JP, that you used duck cornmeal once to try it out in the recipe.
You must be dreaming.
Duck cornmeal?
Yeah, because it's so hard to find cornmeal. We apparently use duck cornmeal. I don't know.
Are you dreaming?
I don't know. I have video as proof.
Don't be saying that stuff out.
Okay.
People be saying
Okay, so
like
okay. All joking aside,
All joking aside, it's actually chicken guana.
What is that?
What?
Chicken shit.
Ah!
They call him Boy Tai Manok.
Oh.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sorry.
He had to go there, yeah. Okay, all joking aside, because he's had this corn dog stall in front of our house back home in Pig Dig. We've been eating his corn dogs every day.
My son ate one of his pancake dogs yesterday and said it was the best. It wasn't even a corn dog, but he said it was the best corn dog he's had ever.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But we've had here the mini Japanese corn dog, which is this thing. I'm addicted to this one.
I can't eat them.
And then we have this mestizo dog. And what's a mestizo dog?
So it has mozzarella, imported mozzarella, the local cheddar, and of course Angus beef.
Oh yeah,
So
gotta
it's
have
hot
Angus
dog.
beef.
And it's just arranged, you know,
Yeah.
in threes.
Like that one right there.
Yeah.
Like that one right there. And then
Is my corn dog ready?
No, not yet.
Why not?
Yeah, no, I'm
How
the
are you,
same way.
man? It's good to see you.
Hey, Chris. You're doing good. I
Tell
know.
them what you said about Jiao too.
I know, right? I'm getting jealous. You used to say that I was your favorite restaurant, and now it's not anymore.
Yeah, why'd you say that? Huh?
What was your defense, JP? Are we back in the dream?
I said it's a different genre.
Your
Nothing
oil's
can
hot,
compare.
huh?
Nothing's compared. Yeah, that's yours next.
Uh-huh.
Nothing compares.
Nothing compares to you to smell. Nothing compares.
Oh, that was Prince, Devon Prince. Boxer that will protect you and your heart.
JP wanted something more racy at the back.
Yeah, I did.
It's true. It is so sweet. Let's see, Klein. I'm an
Mine would
adventurous,
just say
loyal.
something like, I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm honest, but that thing's burning underneath there, buddy.
Yeah, there you go. That's your shirt. Your shirt says I'm an asshole, but I was right. I'm an asshole, but I'm right.
I'm an asshole, but I'm not on fire.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I didn't try the stupid habanero chilies. That's right. I want to inspire people. I want someone to look at me and say, because of you, I gave up smoking. That's what you should have put there. And while we could talk all day about what should have been printed on the backs of JP's crew shirts, let's set the stage for our Korean versus American corn dog comparison. While waiting for Cousin JP's boys whipping up our corn dog order, we hopped across to the Lovya Korean corn dog stall to put in our almost comparable order of mini corn dogs, potato corn dog, and mozzarella corn dog. Currently, Lovya's Korean corn dogs is based in the famed Riverside Empanadahan in Batak, as in the famous Hotfields McCoy style empanada style food hall, but they're also expanding to street food pop-up events such as this one. Here's how our review went down, with a comparison to follow with Cousin JP's urban corn dogs. But before we cut to review, I just want to preface that this vlog is very staunchly anti-nepotist, and for that matter, anti-good vibes long. And indeed, there was stuff to rave and criticize of both corn dogs. So here I go, calling the review right down the middle. Alright, so we have our Korean corn dogs from Lavia. So this is a new stall that opened up at the Riverside Empanadahan in Batak. So last time we went there, they were not open there, they're just brand new. And they make Korean style potato dogs. I have not tried one of these myself, actually. I guess because there's a sugar coated one here, it almost tastes as if, you know how it doesn't have sugar sweetness, but you kind of sense that it does. It has a little bit of like yeah, like a fried crust sweetness. But I'm really getting more of like a potato, as if someone studied it with French fries. That's exactly how it looks and exactly how it tastes. There's a nice satisfying crunch there. And here's our ramen mini corn dog. It's not too sweet too, so I think for my palate, there's just a lot of fried goodness. Alright, I think this is a mozzarella corn dog that Dad has, I don't know, Dad handed me one bite and he's like, I don't know, that's not for me. Alright, I don't know if he likes super cheesy things, but I think this is just a stick of mozzarella cheese with some potato. I think I would dip this in some ketchup or some tomato sauce, personally. Would complete it. I don't know, I like to have like that little bit of acidity there. But the cheese and the fries are so comforting on their own. Just needs a little more sauce for me. I think that's how I enjoy. Oh my, JP's corn dogs. Now we can have a proper taste test, huh?
I'm gonna tell you later.
What?
In person. Yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to taste it now?
Yeah, why not? But yeah, it's really straightforward. Mozzarella, nice stretchy cheese. Satisfying fried potato. I think with Lavia's corn dogs, it's really about the fried goodness. Now, we're gonna have an American corn dog, which is what Cousin JP does. Korean potato corn dog. Yeah, it's really about the fried goodness. I mean, everything here I think is like really well fried with our Korean corn dogs. You get a different experience. The sausage is pretty good on it as well. It really does remind me of American corn dog. Actually, in a weird kind of way, it does remind me of, the sausage reminds me of an American corn dog still. So, and I like that it's not super sweet. You know, I think a lot of food here is like catered more for a sweet Filipino taste. I'm glad that this is kind of like held in check. So let me just say, JP's is very different. Like super different. Super different in looks, super different in what it's constituted of. So you see, this too is also a big monster size, just like that. And then this has the corn, like American cornmeal batter. So you're gonna get like a little sweetness from the cornmeal. There's like a honey, sort of subtle honey sweetness running through it as well. And this has some nice marinara sauce there. You can smell it. It smells just like American spaghetti. Oh, it smells like American comfort food. Ah. Okay. Well, that's a little surprising. So this is actually a little sweeter than I remember it. And then this cheese is not as stretchy. I think, of course, it's been sitting out for a little bit. I actually think the sauce is slightly sweeter than I remember it. It's not as tart as I usually get it at JP's. Definitely catering to a Filipino taste. For me, I prefer that sugar toned down. I understand Cousin JP. You gotta make it a little more sugary for local palates. But I do love the tomato, like mushroomy flavor. This is more tomato, sugary flavor. I mean, like a cross between a Filipino pasta sauce and American, but tilting way more American. So I think that took me by surprise, and it confirms one thing. Dagnammit, I did call it right down the middle. And then the funny thing is, with this Korean corn dog, I prefer like a tart American ketchup. it would complete it. Now this is my favorite thing. This is the mini Japanese corn dog. Mayo, mustard, and ketchup with a natural casing beef sausage. My favorite thing, still. Because for me, and you know it's hilarious. It's a simple corn dog. It's not just a simple pleasure, but there's some complexity to that too. I really love the beefiness of that sausage. It's all about that beef, and then you have some creaminess from the mayo, acidity from the ketchup, and then a little something with that mustard. The mini Japanese is for me best thing. And for me, it's the beefiness of that natural casing sausage that makes it awesome. I feel that's lacking out of the other ones. I'll say that much, and that's me being honest. All right. Enough comparing corn dogs. Let's get on to some other food. All right, party people. I got really bogged down because of the corn dogs. And I'm kind of tired of fried stuff, so we're having soup. And so we went to a stall that makes La Paz batchoy mami. La Paz style. Yeah. So you can see there's an egg. It's raw. Dad keeps saying it is good. Let's have some of that. I really love the mouthfeel, especially because I just incorporated that runny raw egg in there. Yeah, all the onions are like suffused in the broth too. There's some bits of pork in here. There's some mami noodles. Some batchoy. Some onion. There we go. There's some garlic flavor with that. Complements the sweetness of the onion too, or that vegetal taste. Nice mouthfeel because of the egg that just put it in there. Yeah, pretty comforting stuff. And then I guess I got some taho as well that I will try after this. So a nice mixture of hot and cold, don't we? Oh, I forgot that this comes with shumai as a combo. So for 100 pesos, you can get some pretty good batchoy and then some shumai. Look at the fried garlic on top here too. I hear this is pretty good. It comes with 5 pieces, not 4. The flavor's spot on. Oh, now the sauce is out. I think it had been sitting out a little bit too much. The fried garlic is good, but it's gotten to that texture where it's been sitting out for a little bit. I think we need a refresher after that soup. Got here some taho. Yay. From a stall called Soy Yummy. Soy Yummy. Even I have to laugh at a little innuendo like that. Okay. Sago with some tofu. Yeah, taho. Plenty of tofu, plenty of tapioca balls, plenty of syrup. There we go. And served cold, by the way. It's a very mellow sort of taho. Normally, that ginger syrup is coming in sharp with the ginger flavor. Not so much here. Yeah, silky tofu. Tapioca balls, not too starchy. And then the syrup is very mellow. So if you don't like ginger syrup much, you'll probably like this. Okay, next round, people. Is a heavy one. We went to a place called Via Con Bistro. Now, to be honest with you, it was a stall of a restaurant that I wanted to try, and it just so happens they were doing this food festival too. We're trying out several dishes. I'm not really crazy about pancit malabon, but it's here, whatever. His dad wanted some. Look at that, those baby back ribs and baked beans. I almost feel like I'm in America. So the lady who owns the stall or owns the restaurant was most insistent that we try everything. Dad loves pancit. He's big palabok.
It's good. This is good. Palabok. Yeah, you have to try it.
Palabok malabon.
Ooh, malabon, huh?
No, Ilocos.
Palabok. Palabok malabok.
We put kamyas instead of calamansi. Is it okay with you?
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Bawang at saka. This is ribs. Super gunting.
Let me see. Baby back ribs look good.
Salpicao. You have to try my salpicao.
Okay, salpicao and some baby back ribs. Yeah.
I have I have lengua. You have to try this. This is so good.
I think you have to try lots of stuff. No,
You have to try everything.
Okay.
This is lengua.
Ooh.
Lengua.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted, yeah.
Yeah, and it's super soft.
Mm-hmm.
Super sweet, soft. Tender, I mean. It's super tender.
I used to get, like, back home in the States, they lengua tacos at the taco stand
Ah,
always
yeah?
run out. I love lengua. So I have high hopes for this.
Yeah, you have to try this.
I really wanted just the lengua con champignon, as in lengua with mushrooms and gravy. And then here's some beef salpicao with lots of garlic and potato. Where to go first? I want me some lengua. She says it's very tender. Okay, ooh. You can almost feel that it is. I mean, when you adhere to it, it's like it just goes down and then right back up, you see? And then plenty of mushrooms, and then she adds the gravy later too. Oh, it's slippery too. One tongue, so maybe because of this, it passes the tenderness test. It is quite tender, as she says. Sometimes beef tongue, when you braise it and such, sometimes it kind of tastes like a wet gym sock in a way. It feels a slightly gristly and has a slight flavor, but the gravy is a little lighter than I'm expecting. Right, with mushroom. But I mean, when you do it well, it tastes like it's kind of like beef brisket, like a really tender beef brisket. It is quite good. I want that sauce to be richer though, both in mouthfeel and in the taste. Because it almost has like that little gym wet sock sort of flavor. Just a little bit. I'm gonna try some of that beef salpicao next. It's like a really tender potato with some beef. A lot of garlic, even without touching that garlic and that beef. Taste profile is good. Could be a little more tender, but I like the flavors going on though. Okay, baby back ribs. Now we got ours with a little bit of fat, but I unfortunately took what looks to be the leanest part. Let's try that. That does taste like American barbecue. You know how I've been saying that sometimes the barbecue here, if they try to emulate an American barbecue, is lacking a little bit of molasses brown sugar sweetness? This has that and a little bit of kick. We're gonna follow up with some baked beans. Now, unfortunately, these are not made with bacon, like reduced with bacon. Kind of falls apart too easy. There's red beans. So, all right, these are really hearty dishes. I gotta save more room for other things, but these are these are quite good. Okay, there in the background there are rattling off the names of wieners. So a bunch of raffle wieners apparently. Okay. Here we have some Okinawa milk tea from Little Teapot. They claim to be the first Korean milk in the Philippines or whatever. I got here a pretty tasty Okinawa milk tea. And basically we're going for some last rounds, last licks. This is for churros that we'll just save for dessert with some chocolate dip. You know, for cinnamon and such. Here we have some Korean fried chicken. And then, we didn't know this, but they have samgyupsal here. And Dad is like, what on earth are you doing ordering extra food? Portable samgyupsal. What will they think of next, huh? I think they only have pork and beef, right? I'll try that meat out first. I'll try it with some kimchi. I'm not a rice person, especially after eating other street food. So I'm gonna bypass that. And have some with kimchi. The kimchi has a little bit of zing, kind of like late. But it kind of has like a pickled ginger sort of taste. Pork smells really good. It smelled really good when they were cooking it.
Congratulations, ma'am.
I'm getting like a soy ginger sort of taste there. Pretty mild though. I think I'll help myself out too. Fried chicken. What looks good here? This looks good. So you can see there, this is the spicy Korean garlic, I think. That breading looks a little bothersome to me. I don't know why. Dad, those are sesame seeds.
So our next winner is Miss.
I guess it must be this side where it's kind of Almost like has like a peppery crust there. Oh, I was right to be worried about that crust. It's a little dry and pasty, but there's a nice kick there. Good kick, but I wish that skin was a little crunchier and glassier. I like the flavor. It's got a nice spicy kick that you don't expect. It's like it grows on you. I think that's quite good. I think the chicken, though, is dry, unfortunately. Warren is learning his portable samgyupsal. He wants to show it to you.
This is what it looks like, and then put it in your palm.
There we go. Go on.
What's that?
What? Warren GG mentality.
The work really nice. Yeah, guys. Follow this procedure when I do something. Thank you.
Whatever, golden boy. Okay. I'm hoping the churros are gonna save us the final bite of the night. The final bite?
Churros from California.
Yeah, it's from Disneyland!
Yeah.
Or are they gonna taste like Disneyland? So, I don't know. Look, look at the texture though. It looks like a dried, a fried donut that's been dried for way too long, for like over 24 hours. Oh, it feels like bristly. Anyway, it comes in this dark chocolate sauce, like the churros from Spain. So, the churros from Disneyland, I hope, meet the churros of España. Okay, here you go. I think they fried it at a temperature where the outside is a little bit harder than it should be. That cinnamon is not as... I mean, I saw them rub that cinnamon all over the churros, and it felt like that lady, poor lady, had to do it forever. Unfortunately, didn't get every single cranny of it. But you know what? It tastes comforting. It does taste like Disneyland a little bit. You know what? I give them props for that. It's not bad. It's not bad. Cinnamon here in the province is apparently expensive, so they didn't have like really robust stuff like cinnamon from Cinnabon sort of thing. It's all right, people. All right, and on that high note, let's end the video at the Mercato in Currimao. And so if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. That helps a lot. And better yet, please subscribe for more of our food and travel related adventures. And until next time, keep cool but care, and remember, the empire never ended.